Hi guys! In week 3 we will learn how to write the objective part. This part includes only professional details about who the applicant is, what abilities, knowledge and achievement he or she possesses, and how these could help the company. So again, it should be professional abilities, knowledge and achievement helping the company. So it's mostly about how you can help company, not how you can benefit from this job. In terms of the content, you might consider including 2 of your best qualities, your occupation if you already have one, experience if any. If you don't have any experience, here you can consider including your internship. Your desired position means the job that you want to obtain. Also some of your skills and capabilities, your degrees, certifications and awards. You don't have to mention them all, but make sure that you mention the most important parts. Format. This kind of section usually uses direct language and maximum of 2-3 sentences. Some of the people can even manage one long and informative sentence. And it should be just the most important information about you, not everything. You have to use some of the shortened sentence phrases starting with noun, verbs and adjectives. Let's take a look at this in more detail. Let's first take a look at the samples. There are 2 types of objectives. They could be continuous text objectives and bullet-pointed objectives. Continuous text objectives are usually one paragraph where sentences go one after another. And the bullet-pointed objective usually includes several points that start from their own lines. For our convenience, I separated this part into CVs for experienced workers and CVs with examples of people who just graduated. So this is a great example of a continuous text objective that only has one sentence and looks very professional, yet it mentions the occupation of the applicant, regional manager, experience, 10 years, achievement, proven record of increasing sales, and also professional goals. Here, the professional goal is the job that the person is trying to gain. It also looks very professional if you add bullet points, because each achievement will be showcased. And here we emphasize all 4 or 3 things that we have to share with people. You can see that these bullet pointed parts are some very important points that the applicant wants to draw attention to. Like here, we talk about who the person is, what the person can do, and what the person wants to be doing for this company. Here we can see the 4-line one, and here we also talk about who the person is and what he does for his job, his qualities, and some of the responsibilities from his previous job. Also, his achievement goes in the 3rd line, and the 4th line is his career objective. Of course, we can also use bullet points for graduate students in case there's not much experience that the person possesses and the CV is quite short and we want to make it look more impressive. We want to spread our objective around and talk about what kind of job we're looking for, what are our qualities and our degree, and maybe mention our GPA if it's more than 3.6, which is quite impressive out of 4. And the last part would be what we can do to help the company achieve its goals. Although I would prefer to have this kind of objective, the continuous text objective, here the person also doesn't have that much experience, but this person wants to focus on personal qualities and degree and language ability that will help this person to get a job in this industry. Since this person is applying for an entry-level position in tourism, this person mentions the qualities that are helpful in this sphere. And also this person has a BS in hotel management and fluent in English and Chinese. All of this will be beneficial for this applicant and might land him a job. Another example here is for a person with some practical knowledge. So this practical knowledge is an internship that this person had with Siemens, which is a big company, and really looks good on the CV. Again, here the person has a very high GPA, so it's important to mention it's an achievement that proves that you are very hardworking. So having high grades and some experience with a big company, this person will have a higher chance to get a good job. Now let's take a look at these noun phrases. Instead of full sentences, CVs often feature nouns that define an applicant and define applicants' qualities and skills. In case of defining an applicant, we usually use words like graduate, manager, expert, and others. They're typically paired with adjectives or prepositions and nouns or verbs ing. In terms of qualities, we also always pair them with something, but usually experience, expertise are both paired with prepositions, and then the field people have experience and expertise in. So, how about practicing a little bit? Think of a sentence that defines you, starting with I'm. For example, I'm a student. Then change it to sound more professional. Student becomes a graduate. Then add a descriptive adjective and remove I'm. Hardworking or motivated graduate is something you would write on your CV. If you want to talk about your skills, think of what you can do that could be helpful with the job you want to get. For example, talk to others. I'm really good at talking. To sound more professional, change it into I have something something skills. So talking to others can be excellent communication skills. And after I remove I have, it becomes excellent communication skills. This is something I would write on my CV. Adjective phrases are used to emphasize qualities or capabilities of an applicant. For example, you know how to use some apps very well. You will talk about it after saying that you're skilled with them. You can also mention stuff like able to learn quickly, fluent in English. So usually you can see that adjectives are followed by prepositions and other words. Let's practice. Think of what you can do well. For example, speak English, design sites. To make it sound like an ability, let's make a sentence using I am plus an adjective. For example, speak English can be changed into I'm fluent in English, and design sites can be changed into I'm skilled with Illustrator. And after we just remove I am, and what is left? Fluent in English, skilled with Illustrator. However, some verbs, when they take ing, can serve as adjectives. For example, willing to learn, aiming to gain a position. In terms of verb phrases, we use them to put an emphasis on ownership or possession and having done something. For example, we use past tense verbs to describe our job responsibilities. And we can say recruited people or taught English to talk about it. If you want to describe skills and degrees, you can say possess a BA in management or possess impeccable written communication skills. I have to mention that this part can easily be mentioned without the verb. Let me introduce some useful vocabulary that you can use in your CVs. Typically, CVs require formal words. They are preferred over simple words. So instead of using job, we will try to use a more formal word, employment. Instead of look for, we will use seek. Instead of have, possess. And instead of want, will. Formal words like this, and to enhance your CV vocabulary, you can always go to our Microsoft Teams classroom and find their flashcard sets so you can practice these words. And for more information and materials, you can visit these 3 sites. And happy writing!